Yeah. Again, which leads into our topics this week, or topic. Is there too much media, and is shit just getting...
Oversaturation
Exactly.
of
And
media.
with YouTube, yes, obviously, there's way too much. But games and film-wise,
Yeah, we're gonna
also
look more,
the same
We're
problem.
gonna look more professionally, so
Yeah,
games and films.
there is too much stuff being released from too many people, and some good, some bad, but a lot of it's being lost in the shuffle. There's always these, like, you hear the term hidden gem or cult following, and those hold true. There are so many movies and games that just get lost in the shuffle because of either timing or pushback release dates, or just studios like either not caring about the project or just wanting it out there and be like, oh, we'll see how it does. And a prime example of this was last November, Titanfall 2. It fell, and Dishonored 2 also. It fell in that October, November, like, clusterfuck of the games, and just kind of got lost in the shuffle between fucking Battlefield 1 and the new Call of Duty. And they sandwiched it right in the middle. And right before that was Dishonored. And it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're
and
just
then
setting it up
the
to fail.
Tomb Raider version for the PS4, 'cause remember how they worked out that deal with Xbox?
Yes.
To have it released 2 different times, which hurt the sales exponentially, also fell in that same release period, along with Skyrim
I think it came
Remastered
out
for the new
exact day
system.
as Call of Duty.
Yeah, and it did. I have the list here, and it's just like, it's ridiculous. And Call of Duty Infinite Warfare came out around the Skyrim came out right before that, along with Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. So like, you're releasing these games all at the same time, which is stupid. Because, like, not all of them are going to perform well, even if they're in the same studio.
But you gotta, when they're in the same studio, that's really dumb.
Well, yeah, because Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1 are the same studio. Why would you not hold
would you
that
do that?
and
Yeah.
release it in, say, like, April, where there's, like, a bit of a lull in games?
Yeah.
And we're getting to that point now where there used to be, like, the seasons, right? It was, like, November, and then the end of, like, April-ish, and then the summer for, like, your smaller titles. And then for movies, you had that big summer, all the blockbusters. And then on Christmas time, they released one of their big movies to get them kind of some money. And then right before the summer box office, there was the gear up towards the summer box office. But like this year, there was a whole clusterfuck of shit that fell into that category for the summer.
Like starting just this month in May, we had May 5th was Guardians.
Yeah.
The following week was King Arthur.
Yeah.
The following week was Alien. The following week was Baywatch and Pirates.
Yeah. Which, like, regardless of quality...
Yeah, regardless of quality... and
those are really...
Those are movies that would have made more money had they not had the one movie before it, like the week before, and then the following week after.
I do believe, like, King Arthur sucked, according to various sources. But I do believe Aliens would have done better had it not been sandwiched in that whole section.
Yeah.
And I think just Baywatch...
Baywatch is Baywatch. But
Baywatch is Baywatch, yeah.
It still had The Rock, which we think would pull in a few more people than it
Yeah.
did.
And then
Pirates, same thing. Like, yeah, it's a dying end of the franchise because this was the last one, but it was the last one. You think more people would want to go see the last one?
I think there's actually one more, though.
I think they pulled the plug.
As far as I know, there's one more.
No, I thought they were pretty confident in pulling the plug with this one. If not, they should, because it didn't do well. Don't try to get another one, because they don't come out fast enough to ride this wave.
No, because Johnny Depp goes and does 85 different movies.
So it's 2017. The next, let's just say if they did another one, it would be like 2021.
Yeah.
And then it's like, if there was any momentum, you lost it.
Pretty much.
Opening tonight is Wonder Woman.
Yep.
Next week is The Mummy.
Yep.
I don't see
The Mummy taking Wonder Woman. I don't
see Mummy taking Wonder Woman.
And again, you're trying to launch your dark universe, and you have a year delay from your next movie, and you're gonna have it come out a week after Wonder Woman,
and it's gonna,
which, regardless of quality, was going to fucking do gangbusters.
Yeah,
like,
and it's gonna open number 2. Like The Mummy is gonna open number 2. Like,
oh, definitely.
Wonder
Woman's not gonna have that steep of a drop, especially given that it made $6 million on a Wednesday internationally, $11 million on a Thursday. And it's sitting at a 93, and from all sources, it seems it's going to be fantastic.
Amazing, yeah. So after The Mummy, the following week is Cars 3.
Yeah.
I think that's going to do pretty well.
That will jump number 1, guaranteed.
That will knock it.
But it's going to go Cars 3, Wonder Woman, and then the Mummy.
But then the following week, Transformers. So right away,
right there, then you're going to have Transformers, Cars 3, Wonder Woman, and then the Mummy.
Yeah, it's just going to keep bumping down the list.
Yeah.
June 30th, so the following week after Transformers, is they have Despicable 3. It's a kids movie. Those similar to Cars 3. They could be
it's kids movies are weird because they either go high or they go right in the middle. Low. Yeah, it's weird.
But it's still just a movie that people are gonna go see. And then the following week is now we're into July where it goes Spider-Man opening July
number one
obviously. Followed by the following week is War for the Planet of the Apes,
which I don't think will beat Spider-Man number 2 depending on how
well
it does.
Is Dunkirk. That's taking number 1.
You think that'll take number 1?
That will take number. By that point, Spider-Man's done 2 weeks.
Yeah, it may take number 1.
It's taking number 1.
But Spider-Man will be 2, and then Planet of the Apes.
And then the following week, at the end of July, they have Atomic Blonde, which I don't know what that is.
That seems to be it may fall mid. I think.
And then they have
I've
the
heard
Emoji
some of them.
movie though.
See, I don't know if that's gonna do well because I don't know. But then again, I didn't think Angry Birds would do well, but it seemed to do okay to warrant a sequel. I don't know. I've seen one trailer for the Emoji movie, and I've barely seen anything else hinting at that.
Doesn't have much.
No, you're gearing towards September, which is dying.
August doesn't have anything, but there is that idea with the movies and them coming out. This one on this Friday, the following Friday is this, 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 where you're like, I look at the calendar and think, fuck, I want to see 8 of these movies, and then I think, fuck, I'm only going to
I had that problem too because I had that problem because I wanted to see Alien Covenant, but I also wanted to see Baywatch, but I also want to see Wonder Woman,
and I want to see Pirates,
and I want to see Pirates too, and I'm just like, well, fuck it,
I can't see
something's getting lost in the shuffle, and it's going to be Wonder Woman, and then it's going to be Alien, and I'll see one of them at some other point.
Yeah,
but then earlier on, it had the same problem with Beauty and the Beast, Power Rangers, and 2 other flicks, and they were all sandwiched beside each other, and it hurt them.
Right here.
Yeah, I have 17's list, so I've lost it.
Oh, there was so March it was Kong.
That was it. Yeah.
Then it was Beauty and the Beast. Then it was Power Rangers. Yeah, so that was the one.
So I'm looking at this, and this is what got me. It's October's release date. So you have October 6th. You have Blade Runner 2049.
Yep.
Also on the same weekend is My Little Pony the movie.
Yeah, I see that.
Granted, I don't know how well that's gonna do, but it's My Little Pony the movie.
My Little Pony's gonna be like the 8-year-olds going. The 8-year-olds aren't going to see Blade Runner. So
no, they're not. But it has Harrison Ford and Ryan Gosling in it, so who the fuck knows? And then the week after is really kind of nothing. It looks like a bunch of like a Jennifer Lawrence movie, a Michael Fassbender movie, and some movie called Marshall that may do well because it has Josh Gad in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but like, there's a shit ton of movies. I'm just looking at this list. Half of them I've never even heard of.
Mm-hmm.
It gets crazy.
But what I was going to add is that
Saw Legacy comes out.
They you were talking about the seasons.
Yeah.
They've now expanded to new things. Like, they're now putting movies in November. That wouldn't have been there before.
Here's November.
November is Thor. And the big ones are Thor and Justice League.
Well, here's the thing. In November 3rd, we have Thor Ragnarok, A Bad Mom's Christmas, and then the week after that, you have Daddy's Home 2 and Murder on the Orient Express.
The Murder on the Orient Express is going to do well.
Well, because if you look at the cast, it's Johnny Depp, Judi Dench, Lodamar Jr., Michelle Pfeiffer, Daisy Riddle, Josh Gad, Penelope Cruz, and Willem Dafoe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to do well.
And I saw the trailer for it the other day. It looks awesome.
Is Justice League after that?
Yeah,
is Justice League.
Which and then I looked at the next.
Fucking heavens takes number 1.
Oh, it will. But then I looked at the next bunch of lists after that, and then nothing's gonna make bank until The Last Jedi.
Yeah, so Justice League has a good spread for almost a month.
Yeah, but then
Until
again,
Last Jedi. But then like after, so Jedi comes out.
Then you
and
have the last
week. You have Jumanji.
Yeah, and then
then
Pitch Perfect 3.
Pitch Perfect 3.
And then an untitled Steven Spielberg movie with Tom Hanks. In that too. And then I'm just like, well, who knows?
Yeah. It's just like they've now marketed towards outside. Like that's why you're getting like that February Deadpool now. Like no one sees movies in February.
No, but
they put Deadpool there, and they almost put Logan there because I think it opened March 3rd.
Yeah.
So like they have to spread them out now. Because you can't all go in the fucking summer
because
anymore. There's literally not enough space, and the movies are reflecting that like we can't see every fucking movie every Friday.
No, and people don't want to anyways. People
I
like
want to,
gone are the times where people would go to the movies every Friday and see these movies.
Yeah,
like it's done. And with games being $80 at their highest, and that's just here. Mm-hmm. You can't.
You're not buying. Yeah,
you're
buying it every
you're hurting sales and you're hurting franchises that people want.
Especially as you were saying with the gaming thing, if it's done by the same studio. So like what I was gonna say is like when you look at these movies and you look who's doing the movie, you're like, okay, Warner Brothers has one movie in the summer.
Yeah.
Let's just say, and then Disney has 2 movies in the summer, one in July and one in August.
Yeah.
So they're competing against each other. But like if Warner Brothers opens up one movie every Friday. That's just fucking dumb. Like,
yeah,
it's just
you're not. I looked at the list of 2016,
account, but it's not the same sense for the individual tentpole in the franchise that you're trying to
I looked at 16 for Disney, which obviously they won. Mm-hmm. The first 5 movies were all theirs.
Yeah,
but they were all spaced out.
Yeah, exactly.
Disney was smart because Disney's smart. That's why they own everything and have everything and make lots of money. Disney spaces its shit out, and they know the right time to do things and when to pull back. And we've seen that with Star Wars and Marvel movies and Pixar. They space them far enough apart where people aren't getting tired of them. Like we have, we have Guardians of the Galaxy, right? And that was last month.
The start of May. Yeah.
The start of May.
May 5th.
Next one doesn't come out until November. Like that's far spacing.
For the Marvel movie.
Yeah, for Marvel movie. Yeah, I'm talking Disney here. They space everything out.
Well, that's not Disney. That's Marvel.
That's still Disney.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's another Disney movie between now and then.
There is. There's Cars. Whatever. But again, that's different franchises tentpoles apart from other things. Yeah. They're not dumb enough to put Cars against Thor. No. Like they space out their movies is what I'm getting at. And between all their rotating live action stuff, they all like Pirates, right? Came out, did not number 1. Well, it came out last week. The 18th or whatever, right?
Last Friday.
Last Friday. Well, the next one is Cars down the line.
Yeah.
Like, they're spacing them out far enough apart where they're not just fucking throwing shit at the wall and sees what sticks. And some game companies do that. They send things out to die. And I think there is too much media, I think is the problem. There's too many things, and
it goes into
most of them are reboots.
Saying earlier about the everything being a world. A universe. It's everything. Like they're trying to make too many things to make that universe, to make these things. So you can't just have you can't just do a trilogy and have 3 movies, and then let's say Sony or Warner Brothers or Paramount says, okay, we have 3 franchises, and we're gonna do 1 movie of each of them in the year, and then release them, and then next year do another set or whatever. But now they got to do a world. So now each franchise that you have wants 3 movies from that one franchise, all in 1 year. And then you're going to do a team up with all of them the following year. And then you also got 2 more like IPs that you're also working on to build universes that require 8 movies. It's just, there's too many.
Well, thank God games, they have such a long development cycle. There is that huge gap between IPs.
Each one,
Like with the unfortunate news of Mordor being delayed, its original game came out so many years ago. And like for the most part, they let the franchises breathe, certain ones. There are the annualized ones that need to stop. Like, look at Assassin's Creed.
It did stop though.
People, they had said, Ubisoft had said, we will keep making these games as long as you want them.
Stop buying them.
And then people stop buying them, and they're like, we get it. We'll take a break. And they took a year off, which was great. And I think some games need to realize. They did
that awesome movie.
Look at
Replace of the Year.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that movie. I had high hopes for that movie. It looks so good. Look at prime example, Rockstar with Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto came out when?
15, maybe 14.
Still in the public consciousness on every console imaginable. It is now the number one selling game for the last 20 years in terms of things sold for it, not in terms of unit, because I think that's still Wii Sports or some bullshit. But yes, in number, they were doing sales numbers. It is the highest grossing game for everything. And it's been a long time since we got a Grand Theft Auto, and it will be another long time before we get the next one.
Yeah, at least
because Red Dead's coming out next, and it got delayed.
Yeah.
Which is, like, good, because it was coming out in that period where it would have got lost in the shuffle, maybe, probably. But if things need to be delayed to be fixed, I'm fine with. But I'm also tired of games being announced and then being delayed.
Or just, I'm tired. I don't like the announcement, but then like all you're announcing is literally, we will make a, Superman game, let's say.
Yeah.
And that was the announcement.
That was the announcement. That was it.
For 8 years, that's all we know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like shit like that either. Like,
no,
if you're going to announce something, fucking have something to announce with some concrete.
The best example of this is Bethesda last year. Or maybe the year, I think it was the year before. With Fallout. Fallout 4.
When they announced it and said it comes out in 3 months. And you knew nothing
it came
about
out, it. They announced it at E3. It came out in November. You got one trailer, and there was barely anything else.
Yeah.
And that's another topic for another day. Too much fucking information about a goddamn movie or game or anything. There's too much. You know what? I realized this today, closing out our podcast for the bit. In conclusion, yes, too much media. Things are going to die. They need to start taking a break from certain franchises and certain things and let things cool down a bit before introducing new things and stop building universes. I know jack shit about Wonder Woman.
I know some stuff. A little bit.
Like, I don't really know the plot other than there's Wonder Woman and it's World War I. But like,
you meant like individually to this movie?
Yeah,
I don't know about the movie.
When we saw Batman, I knew the entire plot.
Well, they had fucked up, and they did the same thing with Squad a little bit.
But they do a lot of that now. And
I think part of the whole fucking shift after what was Versus and Squad is evident in Wonder Woman and the marketing of Wonder Woman too. Like you don't know too much about.
But they're not even the worst ones to do it.
No, they're not. But they did a big fuck up with Versus when they showed you Doomsday.
Oh, they did. But
you never got a Doomsday trailer for Wonder Woman.
No, but
I don't think we will get another one for any other movie.
There was another movie that just came out, and the Terminator. They spoiled Terminator in the goddamn trailers.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know anything about Wonder Woman, and I'm kind of excited to just go see a movie and not know the plot twist or something that's happening, and it's great because I think they handled the marketing for this pretty well.
Yeah.
And as opposed to everything else, which like I can piece together the plot of Homecoming.
Oh yeah.
And it's like I can't do that with Wonder Woman because I don't know shit about it, and I'm just excited for that. So I'm just gonna close out the podcast now. Thank you for watching. We are Talking Bull. You can look for us on YouTube. Look under Talking Bull. You can find us on Facebook at Talking Bull. You can find us on Twitter at Talking Bull PC. And you can find us on SoundCloud, where you get the audio of the version of this under Talking Bull. So anywhere you see that Talking Bull logo, right there, just like that, you can find us on all your social medias. This has been the Talking Bull Podcast, episode 6. I'm Anthony. This is Nick. We will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.